Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to the Stardust Show, powered by Radio Works World. This is Dr. Marina Nani, and I have the privilege of co-hosting tonight's show with my dear friend, Mr. Qureshi. We met recently, and since Mr. Qureshi has been sharing with us the Make the News London, his story. He made lots of friends. Recently, he's been awarded the Stardust Awards at the Royal Hollywood Hotel. And we had the chance to learn more about his business. But tonight is not about his business. Tonight is about his story. So, Mr. Qureshi, what is that brought you where you are in your life? What had happened that made you the person you are right now?
Um, Thank you very much. Good evening and good evening to everybody. We are in the UK, so it's a good evening. Yes, thank you for giving me this opportunity to talk to you, talk to through yourself to everybody. Um, I suppose apart from just hard work and taking responsibility of whatever situation I was going through, I believe has led me to be where I am at the moment.
So you are saying that everything in your life matters, and you are saying that you take responsibility for your commitments, for the people you love.
Yes.
What are the top three challenges that you had to overcome to be where you are right now?
Uh, well, my main um, uh, challenge was my parents. To fulfill their happiness and what they were expecting from me. Then my family was next, my wife and my children, and then the rest was all part and parcel of the struggle. So these were my three main areas that I was concentrating all the time.
So you just said that those were your three challenges.
Yes.
Okay, so why do you consider your father being a challenge for you?
Uh, well, my childhood, at the age of 10, uh, I came from Kashmir, actually with my father. He was there. He went back. He came in the early 60s, United Kingdom, and I came back with him at the age of 10. So I kind of grew up with him under his supervision. So he was like a mother and father to me, and I loved him a lot, and he has done so much for me. So I wanted to do everything to make him happy and make him pleased with me. Yes. So I always was worried, you could say, not to do anything which would make him unhappy.
So in other words, you had this desire to be a good child, so
Yes,
your father won't be upset.
exactly. Yes, yes.
So how easy was to please your father?
It wasn't difficult. He was very disciplined. He was in the British Indian Army. and he was I think at a corporal level or something like that. And he was very disciplined and he was very loving. And I never crossed any of the rules that he had. He didn't have any strict rules as such. I kind of adapted to the way he wanted me to be. You know, if it was homework, I was doing my homework. If it was, you know, uh, playtime, then I was going to play, and so on. So, uh, you know, whatever was laid down on the timetable, I followed it.
So, so you found it difficult to, when you are looking back now, you found it difficult to please him, or what is that
Um,
made you say that it was a challenge? One of your top challenges in your life was your father.
Yes, challenge in the sense was like from my own mental commitment, but there was no. I didn't have any difficulties or to along the way to face that challenge. Uh,
So in other words, you turned that challenge into a good thing. You develop yourself
Correct. Yes.
to
That's
become the person you are because your father had high standards, I understand, and
yes.
you are left with those high standards even today. You are a very, you are a very kind person, but you also are very disciplined. You are working hard, and I just wonder why you consider the second challenge be a challenge.
Uh, the then I got married quite early. I was 20 years. And yeah, I got married quite early, and then obviously another person comes into the arena, and then there is you know, the worry was that in case she would do anything to you know, displease my parents, but she was a very loyal person, similar to my mentality and everything. So you know, we respected the parents. We cooked and did all the normal things that, basically taking responsibility, and so it was the same way that I took over the commitment. She joined, and she was um, a great person alongside myself, and yeah, so we both then carried on with that commitment, and um, I was the breadwinner and she was the house winner.
So
So yeah,
you're both
so
champions, both champions.
yes,
Just,
yes,
I just remember that I read at some point something that Nelson Mandela said that to deny people their human rights is to challenge their very humanity. So we are not talking about um, challenges that are oppressing. We are talking about challenges that help you grow into the person who you are. Am I correct?
exactly.
Because I'm trying to understand the meaning of the story connected with the meaning of the word challenge. So I can see now that sometimes, or most of the time, even in my own experience, a challenge is a great thing. So, and the third challenge you've been mentioning earlier.
Yes, then the children's, uh, um, with the grace of God, I was blessed with nine beautiful children, all healthy. And then it was a commitment as a parent to make sure their upbringings were good, and again, because my wife and myself, we had a very good understanding, where we had our own duties and responsibilities to perform as a family, and we were very blessed with all our children. They also behaved, well mannered, and they've all grown up, and some of them have taken a degree. They've all got, all of them are, even at this point, are engaged in their professions. So we didn't like have unemployment and things like that. But these are through really special, prayers from our parents, and all of us as a family. We worked hard and worked together. And all my children's, when you will get an opportunity to meet them, uh, we really didn't have a parent relationship, parent and child relationship, but it was more of a friend. Um, there was no, um, strictness in imposed. Was there, like, you just fell into the discipline, and so yeah, and they're all very happy. I hope somewhere along the line we'll get them to come on the show, and offer their interviews and their experiences they had growing up as a child, being a member of my family, how they felt and so on. I think that would be some amazing experience from coming from them to share. Uh, yeah,
So I can see, Mr. Qureshi, that you, in other words, are saying that this challenge that you call it life brings you so much joy and so much happiness. And I can
exactly.
see
Yes.
that you are so proud. You talk about them, and you are. It's the feeling that comes with your words. It's just so beautiful. But tell
Thank
me,
you.
what are the top three wins you receive from life while being an amazing son, while being a devoted father, and what are the three wins that you consider to be top in your life that you receive going through those challenges?
Uh, I think sort of mental satisfaction was very important, and that always a happy atmosphere was in the surroundings, even through difficult times. We didn't feel the difficulties, and we went through, like, all the normal difficulties that anybody faces, when you have lack of money, maybe, and and so many other things. But yeah, so we always, up to now, we're always a very happy family, and so the mind was, we didn't have anything which kind of depressed us. So that was, I think, one of the, again, a real blessings, I would say. And second, I would say, um, because whatever the task was, uh, we all did our part to overcome, and we never that, oh, you didn't do this or you didn't do that. Whatever was done was done. what couldn't be done, we didn't complain to each other. So that this was a habit or a discipline which again came from the parents. And the third thing is, we're satisfied with whatever we had on the table. There was time when there was lots came on table. We were in business, then we was out of business. So there was times when there was nearly nothing, but there was no unhappiness on our faces or our feelings. We were all content with whatever was there. It was there, and we enjoyed it.
Wow, what an amazing story to look back and think. I'm so grateful for everything I have. I'm aware that could be better, but I'm very happy with what we have. So I think that many people call that inner peace. But in looking back, I can see that you are talking about your life revolves around other people, and you love them, you cherish them, you feel blessed. And I only want to understand your own story as a human being. And I want to ask you, what is that you want? What is that you want from your life from now on?
Uh, okay, well, turning point is when I met you, Marina, and Radio Works, because in that very first meeting, when you talked about that everybody is gifted, and everybody has a story to share, and so within a few hours, I thought, oh, fantastic. And you talked about sharing that experience with others through writing a book, and so on. So with your support and the discussion and the encouragement, you kind of pulled out from me a decision to write a book. So this is what my future I'm looking at is. I want to share all the different experiences that I've gained over the years, and share it all with you. With your help, we can get it shared. Get to share it with everybody.
Wow. So sharing for me is the sacred secret of life. Once you are able to share, other people could benefit, and you open the gate into your own heart. So connecting with total strangers help you connect with yourself, with your own dream, with your own vision. So in other words, your vision, your dream is to help other people stay strong,
Right.
feeling blessed, and feeling that it's up to them what they make out of life. In
Ex-
in in our discussion, I understood that you lost a lot of weight recently. Tell us what happened.
yes. Okay. Yes, during my last few years' experience, I got involved with health and wellness. Before that, I was a travel and tour operator for nearly 20 odd years. And that was my own business that I operated. So last few years, I got involved. I was kind of semi-retired and got involved in health and wellness. And then very recently, sort of from about July, I came across an amazing product, which is a coffee, which everybody uses, just an ordinary coffee. However, it has some special ingredients inside, and it makes it a very special coffee. We call it Smart Coffee. It's a new company from USA, just a year-old company, and they've been in the UK for about just over 6 months now. And yeah, so just with a cup of coffee a day, you your weight is managed, your energy you get, and it's increased. You are better on focusing things, and it metabolizes the sugar. It takes away the sugar cravings and things like that. So it's really yeah. So that was I think again another blessing which came my way, which really was something that fulfills my desire to help people to be smart. You can't sometimes change people's minds because it's difficult. Everybody has their own way of thinking and doing of things and so on. But the physical side of things, at least I was able to help people or to inspire people to just try this coffee. And a lot of people have had results, and then they introduced more people to me. And yeah, so at the moment we're still promoting and looking for people to try the coffee. And also it's guaranteed. It comes with a fully satisfaction guarantee. First 30 days, for any reason a person is not happy, the company will refund the money. So it's really something which goes along with my own mental satisfaction as well. Yes.
So now your passion is health and wellness, and you are discovering more about your ability to stay young, to choose the fine things in life, and be smart about your choices. If you had a magic wand, what would be one thing you would like to achieve? Only
I
one,
want
only one. Don't give
to
me a list.
try and
Only one wish. Don't give me a list. Just one.
okay. Um, I would go for helping people to be smart, and within this smartness, it will be physical, mental, and everything would cover it, I think.
So why do you think it's important to be smart, to make smart choices?
Uh, because everything in life is a choice. From a relationship, works, with any activity in life that you're up against, or you come to it. It's all choices, and you have to make a good choice. So if you've got a healthy mind, so you would make a healthy decision. So that would be the appropriate word, I suppose, to say that, to make people smart, to make smart choices, so they get smart results.
Wow. So you see, for me, each day brings a new choice, and is always about it's about me. It's about my ability to say yes or no. And many times you are reluctant to make a choice, and then a choice will be made for you anyway. So to feel the freedom to that comes with being able to make choices, considering that choices sometimes bring along a lot of mistakes, I think
Yes.
is a lot more uplifting than considering I'm not making any choices because I'm afraid I'll make a mistake. So, in many, many ways, your evolution as a human being is based on your choices, and it's almost the most powerful educational tool when you realize that you have the choice. It is up to you what is your next step. And most people feel at a crossroads, perhaps each day, thinking, should I go left? Should I go right? So, what is one situation in your life when you think that you made the right choice?
Um, joining the Radio Works, it definitely is my the the recent, from my immediate or recent choices. Um, so I feel that's really a good choice, because this choice I can reach to the masses with the message that I have to share. And there when I am trying to when I have a situation where I need to make a choice, I just put the pros and cons, or the pluses and minus, positives and negatives, and all those things, like everybody else, depending on what sort of challenge you're up against to make a decision. And then, you just weigh the odds and all that. And if if it's something which is so fine line that you don't know whether to go this way or this way, then I would kind of go deep in myself and just maybe think of my dad, what he would do in a situation like this, or how would she advise me to do, and my mind will take a decision, will go whichever.
Beautiful. So you are living your life with such grace, and I'm really taken by your love for people, your kindness. It's not very often when you meet truly, genuinely kind people who want to help others. So we are going to launch your own talk show very soon. Do you have in mind a title for your show? You'll become, because I know it's difficult to be interviewed, but it's a lot easier to be the
Yes,
person who
yes.
interviews, who is asking the question. So it's going to be a lot easier, I promise. But do you have in mind a topic for your talk show?
Mm, not really. I don't have anything as a decision, but uh, maybe how to be smart, or smart decisions, or how you can develop to be smart, or I'm not sure. I'm going to take help from yourself to for that. So, but I
But
mean, I will.
Mr. Gresh, it's going to be your choice. I'm not going
Yes.
to give you the choices. You are going to make your own choice, because the Radio Works World idea and concept is about empowering people, allowing
Okay.
them to make their choices, because there is no right or wrong. And
Okay.
regardless how ready you are born ready. So, once again, what, apart from making smart choices, what else would be something of interest to you? What else do you think people would like to tune in and listen? What do you think people would like to learn more about?
Uh, um, apart from
So choices
um,
it is. Yeah? So your show
uh,
is going to be about choices.
yes, it will. Yeah, it will be, yes, choices, smart choices. I think smart choices, and then that is we can to elaborate that, we will have like smart choices with parents, smart choices with family, children, business. So it hopefully should open up a, a, a wide range of topics, or main general topics that we can cover under smart
Wow.
choices, and health
Wow.
will be along that as well. And so every week, perhaps we'll just look at focus on one subject. So our theme or the heading will be smart choices, and then we will look at one particular element every week. I think maybe.
Wonderful. So for our listeners, just be ready. If you have a story, if you don't have a story, but you made choices that led you where you are in your life, now is your chance to share your story and be interviewed by Mr. Qureshi on his own talk show. From both of us, until next time, is goodbye. Remember, you are Stardust. Thank you.
Thank you.